TikTok just went American. Sort of. The Chinese-owned app that almost got banned just announced a deal to create a new U.S. entity, claiming to cut ties with Beijing. The administration is calling it a national security victory, but critics say China still controls everything behind the scenes, your data, the algorithm, what you see. One side celebrates American ownership. The other side says it's a shell game. Today, SOPHIA and Liam battle. Did America just secure TikTok? Or did China just fool us with paperwork? Here's the bombshell deal. TikTok's Chinese parent company ByteDance just agreed to create a separate American TikTok entity owned by non-Chinese investors, including Oracle and other U.S. tech companies. The new structure claims American control over data, content moderation, and the algorithm. The federal ban threat is lifted. TikTok survives in America. But here's what's going to shock you by the end of this video. The fine print may reveal China never actually lost control. ByteDance still owns the core algorithm code. Chinese engineers still maintain the software. Data routing still touches Chinese servers. Some experts call this national security theater, looking tough on China while changing nothing. Others say it's a genuine compromise that protects American users while keeping TikTok alive. The deal includes American board control, U.S. data storage, and Pentagon security audits. But does paperwork change who really controls 170 million American users' feeds? SOPHIA says this deal is a win-win solution. Liam says we just got played by Beijing.
This is exactly the compromise America needed. We got real national security protections without destroying a platform 170 million Americans love. Here's what this deal actually accomplishes. American companies now control TikTok's U.S. operations. Oracle manages the data infrastructure on American servers. The board of directors is American. Content moderation decisions are made in America. The Pentagon gets security oversight. That's not theater, that's structural change. And let's be honest about the alternative. A total ban would have been catastrophic, destroying small businesses that rely on TikTok, eliminating a platform for American creators, and handing short-form video dominance to China anyway through other apps. At least now we have oversight. The China still controls the algorithm. Argument is overblown. Yes, ByteDance retains the core code, but that code runs on American infrastructure under American supervision. It's like licensing software. You don't need to own the source code to control how it operates in your market. This deal threads the needle. National security protection plus platform preservation. That's smart policy, not weakness.
SOPHIA just celebrated the greatest national security surrender in American history. This deal is a total joke that does nothing to stop Chinese control. Let me explain what actually happened. ByteDance agreed to American ownership while maintaining ownership of the one thing that matters, the algorithm. The algorithm is TikTok. It decides what 170 million Americans see, what narratives get pushed, what gets suppressed. And China still controls it. Oracle managing data storage? Meaningless. The algorithm can still collect behavioral data, track patterns, and send intelligence back to Beijing through the code itself. American board control? Window dressing. The board doesn't write the code or control the recommendation engine. Pentagon oversight? Reviewing what exactly? Code they can't access written by Chinese engineers? This isn't a compromise, it's a smokescreen. China threatened to kill TikTok globally if forced to divest the algorithm. America blinked. Now we get fake American ownership, while Xi Jinping still controls what's in your feed. We just legitimized Chinese surveillance with an American flag sticker on top.
The algorithm runs on U.S. servers under U.S. supervision. Oracle has full access. This isn't Chinese control.
Oracle can monitor infrastructure, but can't rewrite the algorithm. The source code is still ByteDance property. That's where the control lives.
So your solution is ban TikTok and destroy 170 million users' platform because of hypothetical Chinese influence? That's security theater.
My solution is force real divestment, sell the algorithm, or get banned. That's what we should have demanded.
So we've got American ownership claims, Chinese algorithm control, and 170 million users caught in the middle. But here's what neither side is addressing, and this is critical. The real question isn't just who owns TikTok. It's whether any foreign company should control social media algorithms, influencing American information. Before we explore that, I need to know where you stand. SOPHIA, blue symbol. This deal protects America while saving TikTok. Liam, red symbol. China still controls us. This is surrender. Your vote matters because this sets precedent for all foreign tech platforms. Now let's examine what this deal really means for national security.
Let me explain why Liam's total divestment fantasy was never realistic and why this deal actually works. First, ByteDance was never going to sell the algorithm. Ever. It's their crown jewel worth tens of billions. Demanding the impossible as your only acceptable outcome means you actually wanted a ban, not security. This deal got the maximum concessions possible. Second, the algorithm concern is exaggerated. Yes, algorithms influence content, but Americans still choose what to engage with. TikTok doesn't force-feed content. It learns from user behavior. If there was Chinese propaganda, American users would notice and leave. The free market of attention is the real safeguard. Third, consider the precedent Liam wants. Foreign companies must sell their core IP to operate in America. Should American companies face the same demand abroad? That kills global tech cooperation and innovation. This deal respects IP while addressing security through oversight. That's how trade actually works. The security risks were always overstated. China doesn't need TikTok to surveil Americans. They buy data from data brokers legally. This deal provides more oversight than existed before while preserving economic and creative value.
SOPHIA's oversight is meaningless if China controls the algorithm. Let me show you why this is catastrophic. The algorithm doesn't just recommend videos. It shapes reality for 170 million Americans, especially young people. Studies show TikTok's U.S. algorithm promotes different content than Chinese Douyin, pushing divisive political content, mental health crisis material, anti-American narratives. That's not coincidence. It's information warfare. And the free market of attention defense? Laughable. Algorithms are invisible. Users don't know why they see certain content. If TikTok slowly amplifies pro-China content and suppresses criticism of Beijing, users won't notice gradual shifts. That's how influence operations work, subtly, over time. The comparison to American companies abroad is false equivalence. Does Instagram collect data for the U.S. government? Does Facebook suppress content for CIA? No. But ByteDance is legally required to cooperate with Chinese intelligence under China's national intelligence law. That's the difference. This deal surrenders information control to a hostile foreign power. Oracle can't audit what they can't access. The Pentagon can't secure what they don't control. We just gave China permanent influence over American youth while pretending we did something.
You have zero evidence TikTok manipulates U.S. feeds for China. This is conspiracy theory, not national security policy.
Multiple academic studies document different content promotion. And we won't get evidence because China controls the algorithm we can't audit.
And there's the core impossibility. Proving influence when you can't see the code. Can you trust Chinese ownership with any level of control? Can you trust American oversight without source code access? Is there any middle ground between total ban and complete surrender? The TikTok deal exposes the fundamental tension in modern tech geopolitics: economic integration versus national security. We want the innovation and entertainment foreign platforms provide, but we fear the influence and surveillance they enable. This deal tries to split the difference. American operational control, Chinese technological ownership. Whether that's brilliant compromise or dangerous delusion depends on who you ask. But here's that uncomfortable truth we promised. Both sides may be wrong about the real threat. Because while we debate TikTok's algorithm, there's an even bigger question nobody's answering. What happens when American social media platforms start using Chinese-style content control here? When our own companies adopt algorithmic manipulation for profit or politics? Because that question connects directly to our next explosive debate, and this one involves life and death. A school police officer just got acquitted for not confronting the Uvalde shooter. Parents are devastated. Police unions celebrate. The trial exposed a shocking legal reality. Police might have no duty to protect you even during a mass shooting. Courts ruled the officer didn't have to engage the gunman killing children. SOPHIA says impossible standards. Liam says accountability is dead. The verdict that enraged a nation. Did we just learn police can stand down during school shootings without consequences? That debate is queued up next. The implications affect every parent, every school, every American who thought police were there to protect them. This one will shock you.